smudge on the screen. It's on that screen, not this. Okay, I was freaking out for a second. Alright, so I've cleaned up. Actually, I kind of want to wipe a little bit more of this off. Cleaned up the palette a bit here. We've got mostly the same colors that we were using. Still not sure what I'm going to paint, but we can wing it. We can paint whatever. Kind of want to do something with a sunset. Evening time, maybe start of summer, somewhere near the beach, but not actually the beach. We'll see where it goes. Alright, raw umber again. This is emerald green. It is phthalo green, but to the yellow shade. One of my favorite colors. We've got ivory black again, the Prussian blue from last time, alizarin crimson, which I realized we didn't use, but so I just left it there. Might use it, might not. Titanium white, Hansa yellow. This is Indian yellow, yellow ochre, and then the naphthol red again. And these are all Blue Ridge oil colors, except for the crimson was from Alexander Oils, Alexander Art, sorry. Alright, so I haven't done anything on the canvas yet. So the first thing I'm going to do, I don't think I wiped this brush out. And I don't really need to because it already has the white on it. But we're going to apply the liquid white. Liquid white, as Bill says, or Bob says. Bill says titanium white with a V. Alright, one more time with this. Wipe these off. That should be all we need. I got, whoa. Something on the handle here. That was unexpected. Got black paint everywhere. I hope it's paint. Yeah, that's paint. Not sure. Not sure where that came from. I don't think I had it anywhere else. Must have gotten on the handle somehow. Sometimes that happens. There's a lot of it. Oh well. Clean enough. Clean enough. Alright, we got our little container of Alexander Magic White. Just going to touch it in there. It is a very liquid white. Liquid white. Normally they're like kind of thick, but his is actually kind of runny, which is nice. It spreads easier. I'm going to do X's, circles. Just get the color all over. In the weaves is what I'm trying to do here. I don't care so much that it's all over the canvas. I care more that it's in all of the weaves, if that makes sense. Because you can have it on the surface of the canvas and it not be in between the weaves of the canvas. Oops, got a hair. In the last video, or the last section, I did this before I started the stream, so that's why you didn't see me applying it there. I need a little bit more here. Takes about 2 teaspoons to cover the whole canvas. Any more than that, and turn into a slip and slide. Make sure I get it towards the bottom. Sometimes I miss. Don't get it in there. We got it. We got it there. We got it there. Need some up here. That's dry. That's dry. Use the light to tell where I've put it. Got it. Need some there. Up there. Is there hair? Right here. And that looks like we're good. Alright. Magic white is applied. Is there a difference between Bob's Magic and Bill's Liquid White? That's a good question. I've used both, and they are similar. I will say that Bill's I prefer more because it doesn't smell like toxic chemicals. So I'm not sure what they're putting in Bob Ross's Liquid White that makes it have this weird like chemical odor. Bill's, they put all natural non-toxic stuff in it. It smells like lavender. Like you smell it, smells like, basically smells like this lavender soap that I got. And it's really nice. The Bob's is, yeah, Bob's is more, oh, I missed a spot there, more firm or more solid. Like I was kind of talking about earlier, his isn't as liquid, or Bob's is more viscous is the word. It's more thick, like syrup. Not like syrup, but in between syrup and oil. I'm having a hard time describing things today. But I like Bill Alexander's Magic White a little bit more than the liquid white of Bob Ross brand. And I feel like the Bob Ross brand quality's kind of declined a bit in the last few years. Like the first tube I got of it back in 2020 was really good, and then I got a tube in 2021. I got a few tubes in 2021. Sorry, I'm just fixing the trash can. Paper towels falling out of it. But the tubes I got in 2021 weren't. They were runny, and then the ones I got, I tried them one more time a few months ago because I'm going to the Steve Ross class. I wanted to get Bob Ross paints, and they were basically all just garbage. I threw them all out, so I was disappointed, very let down. But maybe they'll get the quality back up once supply chain stuff sorts itself out. All right, let's. I forgot what I was gonna do. Sunset something. I like sunsets a lot. I don't know why. Let's just throw in some colors. Where do we want it? Where do we want the sunset? Here. All right. We've decided. Let's start with Indian yellow. We're just gonna do all kinds of weird stuff here. I'm gonna put in the background glow, and then I'm gonna put in the sun. So sunset's here. All right. Now yellow ochre. Whenever I go to a painting class, people call it yellow ochre. And they're like, I think it's the most hilarious joke ever. Every time. Like, oh, yellow ochre? It's the yellow ochre. Oh, it's like that General So's chicken joke. General So's chicken. Alright, let's get some crimson here. Since we didn't use it last time, I want to use it this time. Throw it around. And then should have done these in the water, but since I got them all in the brush, I don't really know if I want much water here. Do I want water? I guess I do. I don't know. What if we just limit the water to right here? Contained sunset. Let's try it. Alright, now let's take that Prussian blue. I already had the crimson on the brush. And it's a lot stronger than these colors. That's why it doesn't turn green. Or maybe it does. I can't tell. I hope it's not. I think that's like a purple color. To me it looks blue, because I can't tell the difference between blue and purple. There we go. Got some type of sky here. Might want to darken up this corner. Well, maybe we can just cover all this up. What do you think? It already looks like that it's kind of collapsing in. What if we put like a big tree down here, maybe like a willow that's hanging down, and covers all that up? Maybe that'll work. I don't know. I've only painted a couple of willow trees, but we'll figure that out later. We're just having fun right now. All right. Let's wipe these out. Okay, now I wanted to put in the sun. And I didn't do a very good job of mixing those up there. So maybe I'll take, let's use that same brush again, a little bit of actual yellow. I want it to look more fiery. I'm just going to blend the edge of it. So now it looks like there's some yellow in there. And now, with that, oh, I don't have my Egbert brush, but I'll use it. I can use a filbert in its place. That's fine. Just using a filbert brush and some white. Throw that in there. We're just gonna make a little circle. That's all. You can. Some people use their finger for this. I try to never touch my paint willingly. I mean, I get it all over my hands, but I really make an effort to not touch my paint because I don't know. There's too many painters who have gotten leukemia and died, and I don't know what's causing it exactly. I'm trying to avoid that. I'm sure in 20 or 30 years we'll figure out what's doing it. Yeah, when I was growing up, there was some lady in my hometown, and she had died of leukemia. Bob Ross died of leukemia. Bill Alexander died of leukemia. I don't know. It's fishy. Okay, so we got that. I want to wipe this blender brush off just a little tiny bit so we don't get that blue in there. And I'm just gonna make it look hazy, like a hazy summer day. I don't know where you all are from, but where I'm from, towards the end of the day, the air is just so thick and humid. You can just feel it. It makes everything hazy. All right, I'll get the fan brush here. One of my fan brushes. I got a couple new ones because I like fan brushes a lot. We'll go back into that lavender, crimson, and Prussian blue color. We're gonna add in just some tiny little clouds, maybe some stringy clouds. If we're gonna put in that willow tree, it probably doesn't matter too much, so I'm just gonna throw them in. Maybe one comes out up there. These are just short little jerky strokes here. That's all I'm doing. Maybe one, he's a little bit bigger. And then we'll have one down here. Maybe one actually comes across the bottom. Ooh, there we go. I like that one. That one looks nice. I'll have some, maybe just a little bit over here. I don't want too much. And then if we're doing a little bit of landscape, maybe some of that's down here in the water. Or a lakescape, is that the word? I want to do a lake, but only part of a lake, like only maybe to here. All right, so we got that. Now let's blend these guys out. I'm just going to use this blender brush a lot today. It works well. I didn't realize how well that it actually worked. There we go. A little sunset. I'm going to cover it. I want to cover everything up, so you won't even be able to tell that we put in the rest of the sky colors. All right, wipe that guy off. Wipe this fan brush off. Don't have to clean them. Just gotta wipe them off. Or don't have to clean them with the paint cleaner, vegetable oil, and soap. All right. I can see some distant mountains or cliffs in this one. Oh, you want to throw in some cliffs? Let's do it. Let's throw in some cliffs. Why not? All right, for that, I'm just gonna reuse this lavender color a bunch. I don't know. I like it. I like what it's doing. Maybe some white here. Lighten it up just a little bit. There we go. That's good. That's good. That's a good color. Let's throw in some. We can do multiple layers of this too. Some hills here. One comes up here. That was a good idea. Some distant hills. Suggestion by Billy Kessinger. Good suggestion. Alright, now I'm just filling in this color here. Look at that. Alright, now we're going to use the same lavender color but a little bit darker. Just a little bit darker shade. Maybe we'll throw in I should have got some water. My throat's getting kind of dry. Getting even more raspy. Throw another layer in here. This one's going to look closer because it's a little darker. There we go. And this is just with the fan brush. I'm just throwing in darker lavender, blue, purple, whatever color this is. There we go. We got to reflect this if we are going to do it. If this is a lake, we want to make sure there are reflections. That's one thing I always forget when I'm painting at the actual lake. I forget to do reflections, and then I get home and it looks weird, and I'm like, why does this look weird? Oh, I forgot the reflections again. But not this time. We remembered them. Caught ourselves up front. Oh, I didn't do it on this side. Come on. Come on, Nathan. We'll get it together. And reflection shapes, they don't have to be exact either. I've never had anyone be like, your reflections look terrible if they're not exact. Like, oh, it's impressionistic. Alright. That looks quite nice. Nice little, might blend out this edge here just a tad. I wonder if we can use the blender brush for this. Maybe. How would we do that? Make them look really, really distant, really fuzzy. There we go. That actually looks really good. I like how that looks a lot. Excellent suggestion for distant hills. Excellent suggestion. All right. Wiping this blender brush off. All right, we got those. I should add some water, but I don't want to add too much water, you know. Maybe we put in like a sand, I don't know what you call it, sandbar? Not a sandbar. Marsh, that's the word, marshland there. So how would we do that? I want to like split it. I want to put, so here's my current idea. I want that willow tree that I was talking about, and he's around. He's like hugging the sun. We're gonna have these little mountains here, sandbar maybe, marshland here. I'm just gonna block it in with like light, whatever is on this brush, and then land here, or maybe the land goes all the way across. What do you think? Yeah, let's do that. Land all the way across here. And then tree. That's my plan. Tree. All right, let's make it happen. So we got some water in here. Let's fill it in. And we can make this reflection really nice too. And we gotta add in some water lines. But that's my land line. I'm just pulling left to right to kind of get stuff to get the shape. All right, we got that. Let's add in the water line now before. Actually, this is going to be sun's here. Yeah, it would be high enough where you could probably see the water lines. Sometimes, like, if the sun were down here right on the horizon, you wouldn't have bright water lines here. You would use like a light blue or a darkish blue color. I guess I'm kind of doing that anyway. But because the sunlight's not direct, the water lines would be a cooler color. If that makes sense. All right. There's just some nice little water lines there to separate those. All right, I'll wipe that off. Now we're going to go do that sandbar. I don't know what brush I want to use for this. Maybe we'll use the filbert with some green, emerald green. Let's just see what this looks like first. Maybe he's right here. And again, this is all going to be covered up. We're going to cover all this up with the tree. so I'm not too worried about this. At least not right now. Just needs to look kind of like a marsh. How do we make it look like a marsh? Good question. Maybe pull up a little bit. Look like sawgrass or something. Maybe a fan brush would have been better for this. I don't really know. We can blend it out anyways. Just want like a subtle, leafy looking type land mass in the middle. Alright. I wonder if we take the land even further and just cover all that up. Maybe we do that. Actually, first, let's just extend this. Let's cut it. Let's make this go all the way, literally all the way across. Just do a crazy thing. Let's just go all the way. Now it's an even bigger land mass. Now I'm definitely gonna need the fan brush. Which is okay. I like the fan brush. There we go. Just putting in something that looks like land. We'll get our fan brush out. Some of that green. I guess there's some blue already on there, but I'm just pushing in. Just to make it look like there's something standing there. Can't quite tell if it's saw blade grass or reeds or something. Oops, messed up that bottom line there. Not to worry. Now you can probably add some yellow to that. Make it like a darker green, a little highlight green. Just tap the tops. Not all of them though. Because these are far away. If we had lots of detail, it would look like it's close. But that's not what these are. Probably, I don't even know if you can see that on the camera there. Maybe you can. Yeah, a little bit. There's like some sticking up. Now let's add another water line on that. I'm gonna cool this one down just a little bit with the blue that was on there. And then we're just gonna cut it in. I am pushing really hard there. You can probably hear it or maybe be able to hear it on the mic. But I'm pushing very, very hard. There we go. So now we got our little marshland in there. We got sunset doing things. Now I guess we can come forward. Unless we want to do the highlights of the water, but maybe we don't even do those. Maybe it's fine without it. I don't know. It's whatever we want to do. I'm just wiping this palette knife off here. Wiping the fan brush off. In case we want to use it for later. Alright, let's get our little big 2.5 inch brush here. Let's go in with, what do we need? We need a dark green, don't we? Because this is going to be farthest in front. So I'm going to use ivory black, emerald green, and we're just going to mash in all the way across. Ivory black, emerald green. If you don't have emerald green, you can just use phthalo green or sap green. Either one I think works. What am I hitting? Oh, canvas is too close to the the board and I'm smacking it. Alright, there we go. That's some foreground for you. I'm just going to tap the top because I want it to be a little bit lighter. And make sure all the weaves of the canvas are good there. Alright. We did that part. We're good. We're good. Is it tree time? Not quite. Let's add in, I'm going to get my other brush here. Let's add in some highlights on the grass here. I'm just going to use Indian yellow for that. I really like Indian yellow. It's a nice color. Right here. And then I'm just going to go in some like hill type shapes. Kind of swooping motion. Tap in the direction you want the hill to be. So if I'm up here and I want the hill to go this way, you tap that way. It makes sense, but sometimes I see videos, sometimes people tap their mountains and they don't look like mountains, and they say that doesn't look like a mountain, and they were tapping like there's weird directions. But I'm not here to criticize other people. I think everyone knows what they're doing, and if you're painting, you know what you're doing. You don't need someone to tell you how to paint. You already know. But sometimes we need a little help. There we go. And then let's use, sun's up here, so I want to brighten the middle part there. Just a little bit. Get all that dark color off first, because you don't want to try and brighten up an already dark color. You want to start with something fresh and then let the paint on the canvas darken it for you, because we're lazy. A little bit of white here, a little bit of yellow, Hansa yellow. This is a very firm Hansa yellow. Blue Ridge oil paints, very good paints. There we go. That's kind of all I wanted there. I don't want too much, because it'll look weird. There we go. Yeah, a little bit more over there. That's it. That's all I wanted. Now I think it's tree time. And this is going to be a big one. I might even use the 2.5 inch brush for this. It's going to be that big of a tree. Let's see. Let's see what happens. As we said, I said I was going to cover it. I wasn't joking. Alright. Now, well, we got to pick what color we want to use first. And we also don't want to cover the whole thing up. So I'm going to use emerald green, ivory black, raw umber, all on the brush, mixed up at random. Step 1. Step 2. Step 3. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. We're gonna cover up our mountain. I know somebody's gonna be sad. It's not in vain. I will just do the trunk there. I just did like the, has anyone seen that Tootsie Roll commercial where the guy's like, how many licks does it take to get to it? 1, 2, 3? And then the third one, he just smashes it. You guys thought I wasn't serious about putting it everywhere, but I wasn't joking. I am ruining this painting. It's the last thing I do. Maybe it comes down on the right side too. Maybe there's another one over here. Look at that. That's a strong tree right there. But he doesn't cover up the sun. Make sure if you're painting this, don't cover up that sun. The sun is there as a focal point. There we go. I know everyone's angry. Like, what have you done? You've ruined it. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Too early to tell. Alright. Let's just a little bit more up here. I want these edges to be really, really dark. I just painted the side there. That's fine. Alright. We've got some shapes. And this sunlight is back here, so I'm gonna just pull some of this back. So it looks like there's a bit of a shadow there. Alright. So I'm gonna call this brush is pretty much done here. He's done his job. He's completed the task. Now we gotta add in some details for the willow branches. And for this I can either use I'm gonna use the fan brush for sure, but for the branches themselves, you can either use the fan brush or the script liner. What should we use? Maybe let's just use the fan brush because we already got a dirty one. We could add paint thinner here too if you want. It's up to you. But I'm just gonna keep using that dark color that I mixed up there. I'm just pulling down. Starting up in the dark and kind of pulling, making it look sad. It's a sad tree. Normally I have happy trees, but willow trees, they look sad. They're sad trees. Very sad. It's a very sad tree. Maybe he's had a bad day. Life's got him down. I'm just pulling straight down. Nothing different. Just taking it, pulling it down. That's all I wanted. Something like that. Then you can pull in between, make it look like there's a straight branch or something. I don't even know if I want to put colors up in here or just leave it like this. Maybe I can. We can add some semblance of branches up here so it doesn't look totally random. Something like that. Whatever you guys want. I don't even know if you can you see that in the screen? It's a little dark. All these are very dark colors up here, so it might be a little tough to see it. We'll see. This brush has paint on the handle. That's not good. Let's see. I kind of want this one to come down a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know. I feel like there's a weird gap there between the tree and the shore or marshland. There we go. That's all I wanted. I don't really know how to highlight willow trees either, but we can figure that out. Or does it even need them? That's a better question. Gotta stand back and look at it, see how weird it is. Alright, I think that's good enough for now. We can add some highlights here. Actually, I do want to firm up the trunks, just a little bit. Something like that. And these are in the shadows, so you can't really see them anyway, but it's more of an effect that I'm going for. There we go. Maybe bring that one up a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we got the willows, sad trees. We got the sunset. What else do we need? Should we highlight the bark a little bit? I kind of want to, just a little bit, not too much. Maybe use that green color and just a little bit of white. Emerald green, white, black, just around the side. Just tapping in. And as more you go left to right, the more dark paint you pick up. So you don't have to worry about adding more color to it. I don't know what I should do about the inner parts of these trees up here. What do you guys think? I'm not sure. Maybe add some yellow. Light yellow, maybe. I got this dark color on here. Could get like a dark green. It's easy to make dark green when you have Hansa yellow. Just add some of that green, emerald green to it, and it instantly turns darker. Or ivory black if you want to get really dark. Maybe I do. That's good. That's good enough. Maybe just around the edges here. Maybe some up in here. Just touches of dark yellow. Not too much. This would be like our foreground leaves. Just adding it in wherever, pulling down. And I'll add my, what is it? I'll go over that with my blender brush too, so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. Just here and there. The key with willows is just pulling down though. That's how you get them to look like willows. You just go alongside, pull down. That's a willow tree. I just want some green up in that dark, so it's not so dreary. Like this painting got really sad really fast. I'm not a fan of sad paintings. I like my paintings to be mostly happy or peaceful. All right. Now I'm going to use that blender brush here, and we're just going to go top to bottom, very lightly. No, absolutely, like negative pressure, like anti-pressure here. We're not. I'm using so little pressure here. Like, that's the amount of pressure is enough to just let it fall on its own, like gravity's taking it. There we go. There's some willows for you. What else do we want to do here? Do we need to do anything? I guess one thing we could do, probably could have done this at the beginning. Maybe we don't want to do it. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I'm trying to think. Whoops. Kind of want to take the sun and put him down here. Because see, this is like a warmer yellow down here. Kind of matches that. What if we take the sun and put him down there? Is that too risky? Should we have done this first? Probably. Probably. Let's see if I can get a nice color here first. So I'm going in some white. Some of that yellow. It's like a peach color, kind of. Yellow and white. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. Actually, what do I need? What color did I use there? That was Indian yellow. Just a touch of Indian yellow. A little bit more. Maybe even more. Now we're just going to throw an outline first. And now we've got that. I'm going to go straight white. I just needed more of the color so it would blend better. There we go. I wanted it to be kind of orange, but not super white, because then it would blend in with the water lines there. Alright, now let's take this. Haha, we got the sun and the reflection. Very subtle, very subtle. And now on top of that, we can go crazy. Actually, I want to add a little bit more blue. That was just some blue, Prussian blue. Tiny bit, tiniest of tiny bits. I'm going to go over. There we go. And now in the background here, I'm going to add some more water lines, but I'm going to add some more blue to that, just so they're not as strong. Prussian blue, sorry. Actually, I only have Prussian blue. I don't think I need to. Nobody needs me to specify, but. There we go. I just wanted to kind of bring it from the back to the front. I don't want to piddle too much with it though. I think we're about done. And there we go. Step back, look at it. This is a little too bright here. Now it's not. This is a little too bright here. Now it's not. And then one more spot here. Fixed. That's some willow trees. Willow trees in the sunset. I might take the fan brush and just touch up one more little thing around the roots of this tree on the left. That might be too bright. Let's add some emerald green to that. There we go. Just to make him look like he's a little closer. I'm not going to put him in the shadow either, so you can actually, kind of looks like an actual shadow there. There we go. And then, I'll keep fiddling with this painting, but I just want to add, since we had marshlands back there, maybe there's marshlands up here too. So this is last thing I'm going to do. Add some linseed oil to that there. Yellow, dark green. Whatever this color is here. Mix it up. Throw in some blades of grass here. Just a few. I don't know how far I want to go with this, but I just want something to give it some marshland feels, if that makes sense. Maybe it's not enough yellow there. Maybe it is, and maybe it isn't. That'll look nice. And even if I'm just pulling up this paint down here, it still has the same effect. It makes it look like marshlands. Alright, I'm about done. I'm about done. It is getting kind of late. I usually try to only stream for an hour. And then maybe some up here, one down here. Alright. Don't want to forget the background. These are subtler though, more subtle. Alright, and then I messed up these highlights here a little bit, so I'm just going to touch them up and call that a day. That is a painting. Cool, cool. I don't have a name for this one. It's just something. Somewhere near the waterfront. Near, if you've been in North Carolina, this is probably like, I don't know, the low country in North Carolina. Kind of like that. Alright. Oh, I do have to sign. I always forget to sign. But let's do that real quick. Use that bright red. Might still have some oil left in it. A little bit. I love this. Thanks, Billy. Much appreciated. I hope you get to feeling better soon so you can paint too. 'Cause I know it always helps me feel better when I'm painting. WJ. And we gotta put the date on it. 2/2. The 2022 series. Alright. I'm just gonna call this picture Low Country. I think that'd be a good name for it. Alright, let's take her down. See how we did. I don't have the camera up, so I can't tell. Nope, there we go. Left, right. Left spin, right spin. There we go. That's the painting. I like it. I like willow trees.